You know, it's really weird watching a TV show over and over again and not realizing that even though that time, like that piece of time is captured, these people are still getting older. And before you know it, the baby from Good Luck Charlie who plays Charlie is now like
In
almost an
high
adult
school.
and she's in high school and it's like what is happening?
Yeah, it's weird. We keep going, getting older. Our heroes are dying. Um, yeah, every year they're just gonna keep dropping like
They're
flies.
dying, some of them are dying young.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is weird because I've been going back and watching a couple of my old shows. So going back and watching those shows and then like looking at them, like just looking them up on some like, oh, let me see what they're doing now type shit,
and
or
they
see,
look
you know,
old.
see what they look now, and it's like, damn, that was like 20, 30 years ago. It's like, damn, that's crazy.
It's I just I keep listening to these rewatch podcasts with I started listening to a Full House one with Jodie Sweetin and Andrea
Wow.
Barber. Yeah, so Kimmy Gibbler and Stephanie Tanner do a podcast,
Gibbler.
and it's just like they have teenagers of
Gibbler, I
their
hardly
own,
know her.
and at any point I can go watch them as children, and then you forget they're adults now. Welcome to Geek in the Sheets, a podcast where we talk about our nerdy passions and explore the latest in pop culture. I'm your host, Hi-Fi Mike, and I'm joined by Damone and Kenny. How you guys doing?
I still hate you,
Why?
but I'm doing great.
I love you too. Yeah, it's been a long week. I think we were here last week, but we were off the week before, right?
Yeah, we were here last week.
I was having problems on my end, so I wasn't
Right.
able to stay the entire episode.
It was an interesting episode to say the least.
Yeah, big booty girls number 22 got to him.
No, it was them damn emulators. I don't do that on my laptop.
Speaking of big booty, Geek of the Week. We're not calling Geek of the Week anymore, but
I don't understand that transition. Was that? That was...
I don't know. It's a Damone transition. I did it in honor of you.
Speaking of big booties,
Speaking of big booties,
you go to that funeral,
I figure at least one of you guys would be geeking over big booties this week. That's all I'm saying.
Well, every week.
Dude, that's every week.
Exactly. So I wasn't off.
No.
But I don't know.
So outside of big booties, what are you guys geeking out about? Bad guy.
Let's see. What was I geeking out about this week? I would say they got today. They got a new Gen Z trailer out. That I'm excited for. So
Is it the final trailer?
I think it is.
Okay.
I hope
we
so.
missed it.
You know, I don't like seeing too many of the same shit.
Yeah, I think we already watched two. We watched two. That was good enough.
We watched Ninja Turtles like 10 times on this show. But yeah. That's the only thing I really think of at the moment. But yeah.
Damone?
I was geeking out about some wrestling. It was a big week in wrestling. We had two pay-per-views. Payback and All Out, right? Yeah, All Out
In
was
was
this
last
one.
week,
All In was the week before,
which is crazy to me.
or yeah, which would have been like
we had
after we
three.
recorded. So yeah, since we last recorded, we've had three pay-per-views. One of my personal heroes turned out to become a cancer in the locker room and got fired.
Wow.
But yeah, wrestling overall was good. Some great matches. Yeah, I was geeking out mostly about wrestling.
I finished Metal Gear Solid 2.
Now you're
I
on
am now
Metal Gear
on
Solid 3.
to Metal Gear Solid 3.
How many are there?
5.
Isn't that Snake Eater?
6. So 6. Yeah.
Are you on
three
you on
is
Snake
Snake Eater. Actually,
Okay.
7. So technically 7.
They made quite a
Like
bit.
I would say the main series, if you're counting Peace Walker. And that's just Metal Gear Solid. I think there's like 2 Metal Gear games for like the NES.
Yeah, they made quite a bit.
And then yeah, Revengeance is one of them. So
So you're
anyways,
telling me the NES ones weren't solid?
I guess not. I think you play.
weren't
I don't know if
solid
you. I think
games.
you play as Solid Snake still, and you fight. I think that's when you kill Big Boss in the first one, but because
But they were
balls.
flimsy.
Yeah.
Big balls.
But yeah, so I'm finishing Metal Gear Solid. I finished Metal Gear Solid 2. Just started Metal Gear Solid 3. Nexus 4. Actually, yeah, Nexus 4, and then Revengeance, and then 5.
I would hope the next after 3 was 4.
Well, no, Revengeance can come between 3 and 4.
Like, is that like
It's a side. It's a
side one?
So
yeah.
it's a side game from one of the characters that's in the main series, but it's his own game, and it's different from all the other Metal Gear games.
So it's like Get Out of Hell.
Metal Gear Rising.
It doesn't count, but
right.
It counts.
Yeah. So yeah, Metal Gear Solid. I'm still just on the Metal Gear Solid kick. Oh, also One Piece.
You did.
We're gonna talk about it, but I started watching One Piece, and we'll talk more about that later on.
The live action.
Both.
You started watching.
I'll go. I'll explain it when we get up to there's One Piece talk, so we'll hold that. I don't want to get too deep into it, but yes.
Well, all your time's gonna be gone now. You got.
I'll explain how I'm doing it. And I think you'll understand.
I looked up how long it would take to watch.
A long time.
It's a long time.
Okay, well, you'll see my method and understand why it doesn't matter.
Nothing really matters.
He's just playing it. He's got to play it right now.
Yeah, it's always on.
It's always on. So he's gonna be called up sooner or later.
Well, you know what? I'll have plenty of time because SAG-AFTRA prepares for a potential video game strike. The video game industry might strike. So SAG-AFTRA's board has voted unanimously to send out strike authorizations from its members to video game industry. This means members would vote on whether they would want to strike or not should negotiations with the video game industry fall through. Notable companies that would be struck include Insomniac Games, Warner Brothers, Disney, Activision's EA, Epic, and Take-Two. So Rockstar Games parent company. SAG-AFTRA is seeking better wages, protections against AI, and better working conditions such as vocal stress predictions for those in the gaming industry. For those in the gaming industry. Negotiations with the aforementioned companies will start on September 26th, so the chance of the gaming industry strike will start becoming more of a possibility by the end of the month.
Okay. EA can strike all they want, because fuck them.
Yeah,
I not the people who make the decisions or make the money. It's the developer part of it, the ones that work and slave overnight.
They're developing shit.
Bruh, Madden makes me want to break my controller every time I play that shit. Like, well, against computer. People online, I'm fucking them up, but computer pisses me off.
Is that because it's like difficulty scale? Does it get harder? Depending on your skill?
No, not even hard. It's just they do shit to make sure computer stays in the game. No matter how. I had one play, I have it saved, where literally I picked them off on my end zone. I picked them off, I start running out. Somehow the QB's like has super speed and knocks me out of bounds, and the ball rolls out. They say fumble. And then the thing pops up and says, reviewing the play, and it says overturned. And all of a sudden, it's my ball now, and it's 3rd and 57. So I said, you know what? Y'all got it.
What?
Exactly.
So it gave you the ball. Gave you the ball. But they're down. Out of bounds,
and they said, hey, we're gonna look into this play. And then they said, you know what? It's overturned. I said, I don't know what's being overturned, but okay. And then it said 3rd and 57. I had the ball, and the fucking first down was like on their 3.
That is the weirdest glitch I've ever heard.
Yeah, I haven't recorded. I'm about to put it up here soon, like on YouTube.
You should.
Like,
You need to send it to him on Twitter.
Oh no, I'm making a whole compilation of dumb shit that's happened to me while I'm playing this game. Like there's gonna be more.
You're
That's
gonna
gonna
have it
be
with
like
the Benny Hill music in the background.
that's good. As long as they don't take, as long as they don't copyright strike me, I'll definitely put it on there.
I feel like that
it
song's
should
like
be
so old that
right,
there's no copyright on it.
Right, I feel like it's got to be in the free use by now. Somebody look that up.
Actually, I want to play "In the Arms of Angel."
You know what's funny?
I want to cry.
You know what made that made me think of the fact that I'm actually wearing a shirt, but MJF, his theme song is fucking like a free music song. Like it's not like
his theme song is ass.
It's like a generic like a song
they spent all the money.
Online.
They spent all the money on the budget on Jungle Boy for a while.
He spent all his money on that Burberry scarf,
and then they lost money on CM Punk. like they're like MJF. Well, they were saving the money for MJF. They're like, all right, you're gonna get a sweet ass song. And then they're like, all right, but now we got to sign CM Punk. And then he left.
Yeah, his music
Twice.
is just generic ass music.
So speaking of the strikes, they're going to cost Warner Brothers Discovery up to $500 million. According to the Hollywood Reporter and David Zaslav, media company revealed in a regulatory filing on Tuesday that it had lowered in 2023 adjusted earnings before interest, taxes, they don't pay taxes, depreciation, and amortization forecast to 10.5 to 11 billion, a hit of 300 million to 500 million amid the dual strikes.
Warner Brothers saw that money. I feel so bad for that.
Warner Brothers Discovery previously assumed a return to work date in early September. However, with no end to the strikes in sight, the company is now revising its expectations and projecting financial impact through the end of 2023, though it remains hopeful a resolution will come in the near future. So fuck them. What they're gonna do is they're gonna keep fucking raising the price of their goddamn streaming service, and you know what? I'm gonna cancel that shit too.
Yep.
Fuck them.
Fuck them. Pay the writers.
Pay your writers, man.
Speaking of that, I dug hard for any interesting TV or movie news. I couldn't find barely shit this week.
Well, yeah, there's nothing going on.
There's really nothing happening. There's really nothing happening. Everything was basically op-eds. I can't report on op-eds.
I did see that apparently Barbie's going to live action soon. Or not live action, going to streaming services, I meant.
I was going to say, what did I just watch this?
Like, wait a minute. I thought you were telling me like a delayed news joke.
No.
I thought that was the bit. You could have pulled it off.
Like, hopefully Barbie does good in theaters.
I doubt it's going to do well. No one's going to go watch Barbie.
No one's going to see that movie.
Crazy.
You know what? Honestly, it probably had the potential to be awful. You know that, right?
Barbie?
Oh,
yeah, it had the potential.
It had the potential when it was bought, originally, when they optioned it, to be awful.
Oh, yeah, that's easy. That's easy to fuck up.
Well, it was good. It could have been awful. They could have done I almost thought they were going to do like a Toy Story type movie.
Oh, like where the Barbie doll comes to life.
Something like that. It could have been that Tyra Banks movie.
Tyra Banks
Life size.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
That's what it felt like it was going to be life size, but then it was like,
okay, I'm glad I'm not crazy.
Yeah, life size was far. That's one with
I watched
Tyra
the
Banks.
shit out of that movie. Yeah, exactly. See,
I haven't seen the second one. I know the second one dropped a couple years ago, but
I saw the first one.
Excuse me. Yeah, like everybody said, I guess the second one wasn't as good, but the original life size was fire.
I've never
shining
seen
bright,
it.
shining
It was
bright.
good. You should see it. You should watch it with your kids.
If I can get them to watch it,
if they can sit down, at least one of them.
Maybe I can get Abby too.
You might be able to get one of them to sit down and watch it.
Maybe.
Watch out is good. They'll be into it. You'll be into it too. Watching it.
It's a good movie. I haven't watched it since the 2000s, but it's a good movie.
I still need to watch Barbie.
Barbie was
started
good too.
watching it. I watched the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, I finished that.
And then I turned it off and was like, "Oh yeah, I'm also watching the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie." So I went back to that.
You got to watch Barbie. Barbie was good.
I'm gonna watch it. All right. So speaking of movies, we saw the trailers for new Godzilla. So it's a new Godzilla movie. So Godzilla -1. It has a December 1st U.S. release. So I assume they'll have the dub for you there, Kenny.
Yep. Well, as long as the dub comes out, I'll watch it.
It looked good. It's bringing them back to World War II. So I'll probably watch it after I watch Kamen Rider. I can only watch one dub thing at a time.
I'll probably never watch it. That's just me. I don't watch these kind of movies.
It looked cool. It looked visually really cool.
Last one I watched was Kong, and it had one with Samuel Jackson in it.
Is that the one with
I don't even
Jack
know
Black?
what the last monster movie I watched.
No, not that one. The one they made after that.
Oh. Yeah, I haven't watched any of those, and I really want to, but I have to sit down and pay attention. Problem is, I have ADD. So getting me to sit down and watch a movie and pay attention is awfully hard, because even halfway through, I'm like, I really want to play a video game right now.
It's gotta be something I'm really into.
Right.
For me to
And
have
that's
full attention.
the Godzilla movie would be, I'd have to watch it in pieces.
Yeah, because the first half of you, there's probably going to be no Godzilla in it for probably
watch
3/4 of a movie. It's just going to be leading up to Godzilla, and then the last quarter will be Godzilla.
I'm a TV guy. I like to watch things in pieces.
I can't do it, because if I do it, I'm not going to think the movie's good.
You know what movies? I don't know if I said this last week. Maybe I did. Vacation. Yeah, I did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Vacation Friends 1 and 2.
Because then I talked to Joe. He said he watched it too.
I watched Vacation Friends 1 at one time. I actually sat and I was gonna play video games. I sat and I watched the whole thing. I didn't break it up in pieces, but there was multiple times throughout that I kept looking over at my ally, and I was like, I really want to play you right now.
That's an addiction. That's what that is. That's called addiction.
It's called being in the middle of a game series and wanting to be done so I can play something else.
Stop and
but
look
also
over,
wanting to enjoy it.
That's what crackheads do. When they look at they be doing something, they look over their pipe like, damn.
Yeah. Look, man. It's been years since I've been able to I've been wanting just to play these games that I'm playing now in a handheld mode. For years. I strive for it. I made do. You know what I mean? I had my PS Vita and I modded that and I made do. It wasn't really what I wanted, but I could get some of what I wanted, and now I could just do it all. Now I can do everything I want. And I feel like Randy Marsh on that episode of South Park when they lost the internet and he came out everywhere when he finally saw internet porn again. That's how I feel.
Wow.
It's good. It is a good feeling.
Note this out. Don't touch Mike's.
No. I don't actually come. It's.
We just started.
It's the same feeling inside.
Oh wow.
Orgasm.
Getting to play 20-year-old video games.
I get it. When I was playing emulator for my laptop that got destroyed, that was fun for a little bit.
I don't know how that happened, man. It's weird. I've never heard of that happening. American Horror Story. We also saw the trailer for the new season. It is called Delicate. It premieres September 20th. I enjoyed the last American Horror Story I watched was New York City, and that was it. That was just a one-off. I think I talked about in here. I just decided to watch that one, and it was really good until the end. The end it was philosophical, but it wasn't really scary. That's great.
Last one I was Hotel. That thing got real gross.
So, and I'll just say it now. I imagine you're not going to go back and watch it, but really, it was allegory, a big allegory for the AIDS epidemic in New York City in the 80s. So that's really what it was. It was, and that's the whole thing. And you realize it, and you think they're doing some sort of twist with it, but really there was no twist with it. It was
just a big.
It was
commercial.
Coincidence. It was it was a good, like, it was good characters. It was good. It really showed off like a lot of the actors, and they didn't. I mean, Zachary Quinto. He's gay. He got to play a gay character. He doesn't seem to really get to do that much. He's usually playing Spock, who is.
Is Zachary Quinto the dude from
Heroes?
Yeah, okay. I know you're talking about.
Skylar.
Yeah,
I think that's his name.
I
like Zachary Quinto. He's a great villain. He's a great horror villain. Like he's in a lot of the. I think he's in all the American Horror Story.
He wasn't in all of them.
No, he's in most of them. He's definitely in the first.
He started in this Asylum.
Did he?
He wasn't in the first one. I don't think he was in the first one.
Was he not in Murder House?
I don't remember him being in Murder House.
He has that face. Asylum was good too.
I didn't like Asylum. I didn't like
Asylum. I liked Asylum.
I like the funny thing is the ones I didn't like, they were connected. I didn't like Asylum or what's the one? I didn't like Carnival either.
I didn't like Freak Show. I did not like Freak Show.
Freak Show. And I didn't like. So it's three. I didn't like three of them. I didn't like Carnival Freak Show, Asylum, and then like I said I couldn't even finish Hotel. But I loved Murder House and Kevin. Those were fire.
So is Hotel and Asylum connected?
I guess, but Apocalypse comes in. It does. It connects.
Apocalypse is. I know. Apocalypse connects Coven and Murder House.
Yeah, because the what you call it? There's a chick on there. I can't think her name on there right now. She had the little head. That's what way to describe her.
Is it Emma Roberts? Emma Roberts is the only.
No, I heard. But they have a character that's in both of them that connects them both.
Got it. I don't know. I'll have to go back and I'm gonna end up going back and rewatching, especially now we're getting into spooky season. I just need something to, get into.
What I'm gonna do, I don't know. I'm still debating how I'm gonna do this, but I was gonna rank the deaths in a movie franchise. I was gonna do like a little series like that for spooky season. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm gonna do that, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
You could do that. You do your bet. If I can make a suggestion, if you do Friday the 13th series.
Yeah, I was gonna do that.
Deaths.
And Nightmare on Elm Street. Those ones I got in Halloween. He don't really change it up too much. But
no. The Friday the 13th has some great deaths, especially the first two.
And Final Destination. That's the other one I wanted to do. Final Destination.
That's one that I'm afraid to watch. I love horror movie. I'm afraid of Final Destination because it's not a villain you can see.
Yeah, it's just death.
Fucking death, and that's scary. When Bill and Ted did it, when Bill and Ted did it, that was great. But that's where I kind of draw my line.
Yeah, Final Destination.
Saying the greatest villain of all time is death.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Death versus
Death was cool in that movie though. He was playing guitar.
Oh yeah, Well, they played a bunch of games.
Yeah, like that's a different kind of death right there.
That's a great death. Like if that was death, that'd be awesome.
I recommend watching the first two Final Destinations. They kind of by the time the third and fourth one come in, it's kind of like The fifth one gets a little better, but the first two are fire.
Speaking of the first one being fire, Chicken Run has a sequel. It's coming to Netflix on December 15th. I'm super pumped. I'm watching the shit. Like, I love Chicken Run, the first one. Definitely watching the second one.
I need to rewatch the first one.
I'm here for it. Yeah, you need to rewatch the first one.
I've watched it in years.
I watched it within the last year, but I'm going to rewatch it again before I see it. It comes out on Netflix, so...
Dawn of the Nugget.
I'll probably watch the Christmas.
I wonder if they incorporate, like, fake chicken. You know how, like, they're making, like, the, like...
I don't know, man. You know what?
Like
I'll be honest.
They
probably started production. They probably started production on this right after Chicken Run 1, so it's probably a little outdated.
20 years to make a Chicken Run movie.
Do you know how long it takes for one frame?
For stop action. Stop motion.
Stop action. Same thing. I knew what you meant. But I'm super excited. Instead of breaking out, the breaking in. I'm here for it. So if you haven't seen that trailer, go watch it. And it looks beautiful. Mortal Kombat 1 had a live action trailer very similar to the original Mortal Kombat trailer. I saw some side by sides. That was really cool.
Featuring Blue Tista.
Batista, man.
Yeah,
his voice is in the game too. His voice is in the game.
Is his voice in the game?
He's not just he's like a random towns person that gets mad about something. He's like yelling and he throws something down the ground and in fury. But yeah, he's in it. Travis Scott is somehow in it. We don't know yet. They said they're gonna drop what he's doing here soon.
He's Sub-Zero.
That'd be crazy. But I don't know what he's gonna do though. They say he's in there somehow.
I hope it's like 2K where you got to do a rap battle to get to the next.
I'd be pissed.
You know what? So NBA 2K 20 was the last 23.
23. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I never
got to play the next gen console version. I only had the Switch, and the Switch version was it was not the good version. But I really wanted to see what this like. I still haven't played it because it just like I got it for free and I still want to play it.
Yeah, the issue is that they have you do a bunch of random shit.
Yeah, but like you skateboard, like is this
Tony Hawk? Like, I just want to play basketball. Why do I have to do a kickflip or walk the catwalk or fucking battle rap J. Cole?
I always skip all that shit before. Right, I skip.
You can't skip it. You have to play it.
Skip it. That's so dumb.
To get to the next part, you have to keep doing it.
So
Damone was in the party with me when I was playing it. I was playing that shit for a good 45 minutes to an hour, just doing random ass shit.
And I'm like, "Have you played the game yet?" And he's like, "No."
Ronnie 2K is like hiding in some spots too. Like he's behind a dumpster at one point. You got to look for him. It's random. It pisses me off.
That's so dumb. I would have hated that. And that's the thing is you got to play games to get your character better. And if you're not playing games, you can't get better.
Exactly. Well, you couldn't even advance. It wasn't like get better. You couldn't even advance until you did this. Like, I was like, I don't care about this. I just want to play the game.
You didn't drop a firepower against J. Cole. You can't play against the Nets next week.
That's what this new one's supposed to be like. It says like back to the grind or some shit like that. I forget what the little slogan is, but it's supposed to be like all about playing the game. It's like all the extra shit's out. It's supposed to be. And
they learned their lesson.
Yeah, because they knew everybody was pissed. They're like, why are we doing this?
It's gonna be so stripped down now. You're gonna be like, I hate this too.
No, I prefer this. I'd rather just take all that shit out and then go back to the old days where they interview you and you gave like one of like 4 answers. You got the cocky answer, serious answer, like big up your team.
Mm-hmm. I feel like NBA they should have less story and focus all that story into the WWE games.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
It's weird to say that I miss the days where you can it's the same cycle. You play the game, you come, you do a workout, you go buy some shit, you practice, you play another game.
That's what I like to see. That's what I like. Let me play my game. Give me an interview afterwards. I'll talk shit to y'all, talk about I'm the best, and then go on and work out.
Did I ever tell you how much I hate 2K? No, so I have NBA 2K16 for my Switch. I think it's 16, one of the two.
16. That's where it all started. Was 2K16.
You can't play it. You can't play it. It's impossible to play. So if I go to put that in my Nintendo Switch to play, it says you have to update, right?
But you can't update because the servers.
You cannot update because there's no fucking servers.
Yeah.
So I can't play anything on there. Like,
they turn the servers
I
off
can't
after
do
like
anything.
2 years.
I can't sell the game. They're still selling the game, but nobody can fucking play the game.
Yeah, you can't.
You know what's wild too? Even when the game was updated, there was like 3 different courts you can play on. One of the courts you could not play on. When you got on there, the server would like crash. Like the game does not work.
There should be an offline option. Like I don't understand.
Nope.
Like it should have whatever your final like the patch shouldn't even fucking be on the 2K servers. Put it on the fucking Nintendo server.
Nope.
Oh my
No.
god! Like it's the final patch. You're not patching it anymore. Just fucking put that out so then you patch it so people play all their shit offline.
Nope.
Can't do it.
You should be able to play My Career offline.
Nope.
Can't do it. Better go and play 17.
So fucking no, you can't now either. Probably.
No, I think they stop them after like 2 or 3 years. So like you probably
you can't play online for 17, but
I need to go see what game. 20. I have 20. I need to go update it before I can't update it anymore.
I'm about to say, you better do it now.
Right. Because the new one's coming out, so they probably going to shut down that server.
Do I have? No, you know what? I have 23. I have 23. I have 23. I bought the newest one.
I was going to say that's probably shut off too because we're on 23, so we just probably shut off.
Yeah, you're probably on.
I think
like
I have
23.
I have 20. I had 20, but I also have 23. The problem is I stopped going back to look. I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna have to play a new one.
That's when it started getting bad, like really, really bad. Though I think it was like either 19 or 20.
Was it
that was one where literally
the Spike Lee joint one, like where they became
that's 16.
Was 16.
That's 16 because that's the one you couldn't skip them and you killed somebody, and I was just like, what does this have to do? with
no, I didn't do any of. I don't remember any of that. I remember skipping.
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. Like in the story, there's one part where you, for some reason, it's like you're like the top guy in the league, whatever, and your best friend, he's jealous of you, so he's talking shit to you. He's like, listen, I did everything for you. I even took the rap when you killed that guy. And I'm like, what? And he's trying
a hood movie.
Yeah, it really does turn into a hood movie. And he tries to like at one point he tries to fuck your girl and everything too. And you're like, bro, you tried to hit on my girl. And he's like, hey, I was drunk. I'm sorry. And it's like, I'm like, bro, can I play basketball? Like,
I don't think I got that far. Honestly, I did skip everything. Also, it's really weird for my characters a lot of time in these stories because
you're white.
Super white character. And then you hear them talk and I'm like,
black ass voice. Yeah, this
I'm
one,
like,
and that one, because you have a black family too, so you would have a white guy in a black family.
Yeah. You're right. I did. I just pretended I was adopted.
It was the reverse of what's that movie? With Michael Orr.
Oh, Blindside.
Blindside. It's the reverse Blindside.
You remember the Madden where
those
it was
lit.
Basically Friday Night Lights?
Oh yeah, those are good. Those are actually pretty good. Lit. Those are.
I would do a lot of skipping on those too.
No, that story.
I'm just trying to play some Madden.
That story was actually good, and like the story went by pretty.
You didn't kill anybody.
I remember playing it. Yeah. No, but you like.
Actually, I hated my character and liked the friend more.
Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis is a mobile game for Android and iOS that's coming out now. You find out more about Sephiroth. It comes out September 7th, and yeah, we get young Sephiroth. We find out more about him. But the thing about Sephiroth is I like not knowing shit about him. It makes it mysterious.
Good, it's unknown.
Right. So it looked good. I'll be honest, it looked good especially for a mobile game. I won't play it because it's a mobile game, but it looked good. I don't play games on my phone. I don't even really play like anything on my phone.
I got that one game that we had a trailer for, Watcher of Realms. I still got it on my phone. I just never played it. Like, it's still sitting there looking at me. It takes up so much space too, and I've not played it. I still play WWE Supercar. That's the main game I play.
The new Assassin's Creed started as a Valhalla DLC. So the initial plan. The initial plan was to have a special DLC to celebrate the franchise's 15th anniversary by bringing Ivor to the Middle East, where the franchise started. We wanted as a longtime fan of the series to go back to the environment and those vibes. And it was also near the 15th anniversary of the brand, so for us it was something we wanted to bring back for the player. Assassin's Creed Mirage wasn't merely a return to the past, but a return to form. Unlike previous titles, such as their Greek and Viking entries, the campaign of gameplay elements would be more focused and shorter in length. There had been complaints in the past that the games had become too large and full of fluff versus delivering meaningful gameplay experiences like the initial franchise entries.
Yeah, I can't I can't get into them. Like, I don't like that they're open world. Like, I know that's a hot take, and most people like open world games, but for Assassin's Creed, I didn't like that it became open world. I liked it when it was more straightforward.
I haven't played them. I did try to play Odyssey.
Is that the Spartan one?
That's the
it was either Odyssey or Origins.
Odyssey.
I literally have the one in Egypt, and I had the Spartan ones. That's because
those are Odyssey and Origins.
Yeah, I have those two. I have,
and I bought them separate.
I have Valhalla.
I'm probably gonna go back and play the originals. I'm sure I'm gonna get around to playing the originals up
play
until
play the original.
I don't even play the originals. I just want to be a Spartan or play in Egypt. That's all.
You play the original ones. I highly recommend the original.
I'll be able to play everything up to through probably PS3.
Yeah, I highly recommend the first one. The one
I definitely played the first one. I definitely had that on my Xbox.
Is fire.
Yes,
I just want to be a Spartan. That's the reason why I want to play.
Ezio's the GOAT character. He's the GOAT of the series. Ezio.
1 week after Saints Row was announced on, about a week after it was announced on free on PS Plus, developer Violation.
Yeah.
It closes. Violation makers of Red Faction, Saints Row shutting for good. The news was announced on the company's LinkedIn account. What a weird place to do that. At around 12:30 p.m.
Hey guys, none of you have jobs anymore.
In the post, the company explained the reason for closure was tied to the parent company Embracer Group's new restructuring program. This past June, Embracer Group announced a restructuring program to strengthen Embracer and maintain its position as a leader in the video game industry. The announcement read, as part of that program, they evaluated strategic and operational goals and made the difficult decision to close Violation effective immediately. Back in June, Embracer Group announced this restructuring program after the news broke that a $2 billion investment deal with the company had fallen through. That is very Succession of the world. That is straight out of Succession.
But I gotta download it. I've heard the game is not great, but I'm still gonna download it because it's free. Exactly. And I'll play it. There was a point where I would have said Saints Row was better than.
I'm assuming
Grand Theft Auto.
I'm assuming
first two, man. First two.
The first two. I like the third one too.
That license is either gonna get sold or somebody's gonna make a new company and
I heard
still
that
have the rights.
I heard that they're still gonna make it Saints Row games. It just won't be.
They're probably gonna sell it to a company.
We don't need any more. If they're gonna do it, remaster the first and second one.
If you're gonna do it, go back to like the basics where it was like a street.
I loved I think a lot of people like the second one the most. I personally like the first one. I feel like I was on an actual gang in the first one. I got jumped in like you get jumped in when you first start.
I still haven't played it.
Yeah, the first one. I think it's on the original Xbox. It wasn't even on PlayStation.
I'm sure I'll get around to it.
Well, you can tell when the game shifts because like the first one it's like super serious.
Yeah,
and,
that's the thing.
And then like the second one it starts to get pretty silly. And then
by
the third one,
as bad. It wasn't as. It was like they had a little bit of like funny elements to it.
Right, like you can smack people with like dildos and stuff.
Third one, y'all got so popular, like you get endorsements. Like your gang literally gets endorsements. Like you're like a fucking product. And then the fourth one was so crazy. You become president and fight aliens. And I said, "What? How did we get here?"
We started as a street gang.
Yeah, but the boy goes to hell. Joe, what's his name? Johnny Gat. He goes to hell.
And that's the only one I played. I played the first.
That's the worst one you could have played.
That's the only one.
I played the first half hour of that game. Super Mario Brothers Wonder direct reveals new enemies and playable characters. So I'm gonna go through the playable characters: Mario, Luigi, Peach, Daisy, Yellow Toad, Blue Toad, Toadette, Yoshi, Red Yoshi, Yellow Yoshi. Guys, it's another Yoshi. Light Blue Yoshi.
I didn't know there were so many Yoshis. I thought it was just the green Yoshi.
Those are the basic characters. Like,
yep. Well, not a Mario game. Usually, you're Mario.
Well, I mean, those are like the basic characters from like that universe.
Yeah, but usually playable characters is Mario.
Right, true.
and then Luigi.
Sure.
Oh, so it's a side scroller.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's
Yeah,
up
it's that
there.
one. You change into like different things depending on whatever that mushroom does.
Okay.
As announced, most
I remember that. Did we watch the trailer on that?
yeah, he turned into an elephant.
Yeah. Okay.
Most characters will play the same, so you can pick anyone for your adventure. Yoshi and Nabbit are the exceptions. They don't take any damage, so they're great for younger players or those who want an easier experience. So if you give your kid a controller, man, let him be Yoshi. I wish something like that was when my kid would play. I had to do the thing where she got a controller that didn't work. It was off.
I do that now.
Yeah.
I do that now.
So she did that for a while. My kid just started getting into really playing video games. She's plays Fortnite with her friends, and she's actually won before. I've never won.
He said, "I've never won.
I've never won."
She
played a little bit of Pokemon, but that's mostly what she has. She has my old PS4 that she plays on. She plays on her Switch. She can play anything. I installed Hogwarts Legacies for her. There's Stray on there. There's a whole bunch of games. She just fucking plays Fortnite.
Kids these days.
There's so many games out there. I have an external one or maybe I think it's a 2 terabyte hard drive possibly connected to it, almost loaded with games, still with some room, but loaded with games. All the PS Plus games she can choose from. Like I said, Hogwarts Legacy.
Don't need it.
That's it. It was Dad, can I get V-Bucks?
Kids kids zone in on one thing. It's like when they like something, they like that.
My kids, it's Roblox.
Yeah, my kids, it was Roblox.
Kids love Fortnite and Roblox.
It was Roblox. All of her friends played Roblox, but now they've all shifted to Fortnite.
Yeah, because what is she, 12?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, she moved into that age group.
Yeah.
So
they're now playing Fortnite. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem gets a video game spin-off. Teenage Mutant TMNT Mutant Mayhem from Family Video Game Specialist Outright Games is set in the world of the animated movie with which it shares a name and is due out in 2024 on console and PC. It takes place months after the events of the movie.
Okay. I'd play it.
I'm skeptical, but I will say that it seems like we've gotten back around to making good licensed games. Because there was a while they were awful, but there was also some time where they were pretty decent to play. And I feel like we're getting back around. What'd you say?
There's a couple of games that I guess came from live action movies that switched that turned into game that were really good. Very few.
Like Blade 2.
Blade. I can't remember which Blade it was. One of the Blades were really good. I remember one of the Blades were really good.
Blade 2 had a game. I think that was the only one.
Yeah, I think it was Blade 2. One of the Wolverine movies had a really, really good game, and then the first Spider-Man movie had a really good game.
You know what? I should go look up that Wolverine game because that was from the bad movie.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah, it was a bad movie, but it was a great game.
I'll have to go look that up and get around to playing.
Same with the Incredible Hulk. That game was fire.
I never played that one either. TMNT Mutant Mayhem also spawned a sequel and a TV show, so we're also getting that. I think it's going to be on Paramount. So yeah, that Mutant Mayhem, and I have it in reviews, so I'll talk about it a little bit in there. But yeah, it's doing big things, man. And it's revitalizing again the Ninja Turtles. Again. Stray animated movie in the works. So Stray, the game with the cat, which this makes total sense. Stray animated movie is in development. Anna Purna has announced. Blue 12 Studios well-received 2022 adventure game gets the animated treatment from Annapurna's recently launched animation division. led by former Disney animation executive Robert Bard and Andrew Milstein. Milstein? I don't know. So yeah, Stray's getting a TV is getting an adaptation. And honestly, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Maybe a little late, but it's a good idea. Sorry.
So now we get to
reviews. One Piece. So like I talked about, the One Piece live action show came out, and I super highly recommend it. I'm on episode 4. Outside of when One Piece first dropped, I really haven't watched much One Piece, if at all. But this is fantastic.
When did it debut? I feel like it debuted when I was
early
a child.
2000s. Yeah, it was early 2000s, I think, or late 90s, early 2000s, like maybe 99. I'm sure you can find that pretty easily.
Yeah,
I highly recommend it. It's a great retelling of the story. Great actors, great characters.
97.
So 97 in America.
No, that's when the magazine or the anime.
You're right. My point is 99 when the anime came out.
Okay, so I was right. So yeah, I definitely recommend it. So I liked it so much that I decided, fuck it, I need to give the anime a try because there's definitely things that I'm missing.
There's so many episodes.
So here's my plan.
There's 1,053
here's my
episodes.
Plan. I play a lot of I need things on in the background. I play a lot of video games. I don't need to pay attention to the anime as much. I know the characters. I get it. I can throw it on, and I just put it on in the background. It is a background show. I don't have to pay super attention to it.
I want to know how many minutes it is?
Sure.
It's if you using so it would last 25,656 minutes. It's 427.6 hours, or about 17.81 days.
Oh, that's not bad. That's actually
what's that song? It'd be like 2,000 something 8,000
minutes.
Whatever they say.
That was also about AIDS in the 80s.
No, that was about One Piece. That's about watching that entire show.
That's like the first season.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been watching it and putting it on in the background. And I'll be honest, I think the live action is better than the anime. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. It's a hot take, and I'm gonna get some heat. But I believe that is very true. I like the characters more, and Luffy is kind of really super annoying in the anime. At least in the beginning of the anime, I don't know if he gets better, but he's super high pitched, loud, and annoying. Also, the Pirate Slayer.
Are you watching dubbed or subbed?
Dubbed.
Okay.
I can't watch subbed if I'm playing video games.
True. You did say that. That. Yeah, I was gonna say because some stuff subbed, I guess, is better. I mean, I never understand. Like, I get what people are saying. They're like, "Oh, it's corny." I guess because of all the different voices they have.
Right.
But I prefer dubbed over sub, and especially in Dragon Ball because Goku's sub voice is awful.
If I start watching a show in sub, usually then I prefer to watch that show in sub until I can forget what that sounds like, and I can pick it back up on dub. But if I start watching in dub, yeah,
you attach the voice to him,
right? Yeah,
I'm the same way. I get that.
The only thing I watched completely sub was the Death Note movies, not the Netflix ones.
No,
the original
the TV,
Japanese.
Yeah, those ones I watched sub for sure.
Yeah, I watched the original movies.
I tried to watch them dubbed, and it was awful.
I didn't know they made movies for Death Note. I've seen the show. I've seen the show. I've never seen.
Don't watch the Netflix one.
There's 3.
I've only
seen the 2.
I only see the first 2, and then there's one after. I think it's Light the World.
Yeah, and I think it's only about L.
Yeah.
Light's not in it, but the first 2,
you could buy. I could buy it on Vudu. I could buy it on Vudu and just have it. I keep trying to attempt to get it because I used to have it back in the day, and those
movies
so
are
hard to get a
good.
hand on it.
I
I'll
watched
check it
them in
out.
college.
I know they had them. Let's see. I
Those
didn't know they had
really
them.
movies are fire.
If you can find them, if you find them and you find them dubbed, let me know. I'm sorry, subbed, let me know because I want to watch them.
Yeah, I want to rewatch them. They're really, really good.
So Netflix's live action One Piece adaptation debuted at 18.5 million views and 140 million hours viewed over its first 4 days of release. I was one of those people. According to numbers provided by the streaming platform. That's enough to top Netflix top 10 streaming chart, pushing down limited series Who is Aaron Carter with an E, not Aaron Carter the singer.
I was like, what?
One Piece debuted on
August.
One Piece debuted on August 28th, just ahead of the long Labor Day weekend in the U.S.
You know I had a dream you died.
That's
wild. I really thought Aaron Carter had a whole show. I was like, I thought he was dead.
But yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably never going to watch. If I was gonna watch any of it, it would be the live action because it's way shorter. There's zero chance I'm ever watching the anime. I don't want to watch a series that's 53 episodes. I can barely do that. 1,053 episodes is too many. Even if I watched an episode a year, a day, it would take me like 4 years to get.
It's gonna probably take me a good. Like I'm doing the math in my head. It's gonna take me a while.
He said can do 53. 53 is not bad for an entire show. That's not bad at all. Yeah, I can't. That's way too many.
Yeah, even if you watch one episode a day for every day, that was gonna take you what, like almost like over 3 years, and that's assuming they don't make more episodes.
I think another season coming. If I
think so. I don't think they stopped. So
you would have to.
How hasn't he found whatever he's looking for? Hurry the fuck up. Is there more episodes of that than there are Pokemon?
Why isn't there a second piece? Why is there only one piece? Whatever it is. But no, you would have to watch like maybe 10, 15 episodes a day. And like you have to be consistent to get through that show. Like just to get through it, low key. I can't.
Like I said, it's a background. If I throw it on in the background, I don't actually have to care. It's
so
just on.
Pokemon started in 97 and it has 1,254.
Okay.
So it's barely under Pokemon.
I haven't watched all that. When they had a whole new set of Pokemon, because I already remember it was a Pokerap, and then they had more people. I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah, when they added more, and like I was so close to catching them all, and now there's more.
I can't do anymore. Sorry.
So I also watched the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. I watched most of it anyways. I still gotta finish it, but
it's a new movie.
Yeah.
It's the one with like isn't
yes.
April O'Neil Black?
Yes. She's actually really great, April O'Neil.
Yeah, I tried to see that. I didn't know it was out yet.
It is amazing.
I knew it wasn't. I knew it
absolutely love the art style. They did it very similar and probably the same process as Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
As far as the screen, as far as the rates or the FPS frames per second, but the animation itself is also different, and it's
just SPF for a second.
Amazing. I love the way it's stylized. It's great. I'm here for it. That's it. That's my review.
But yeah, I'm gonna see it. I'm probably gonna see if it's if I got a little time in my hands, I'll probably check it out because I do want to see that.
I watched it on a service, but it was
I've only seen. I think there's only been, in my opinion, one bad Ninja Turtle movie.
And don't you fucking say it. Don't you dare say it.
The only CGI
is Ninja Turtles 3. That was.
Don't you damn it. That movie is fire. I stand by it.
Hold on. The movie is good. The problem isn't the movie. The problem isn't the plot. to me the problem is
you, Kenny.
He's not good.
The problem is they moved away from the Hanson Studios for the puppets.
They weren't even ninjas anymore. They were samurai.
Shows.
Close enough.
That's okay. I'm okay with that.
Teenage Mutant Samurai Turtles. Fuck that movie. Right?
No, I've never.
They weren't even green. They were brown in that movie.
Again, they changed Muppet.
And it wasn't
puppets.
Casey Jones. It was Sensei Jones. It was.
I do like Casey Jones in that movie, and I do like April O'Neil in that movie.
I hated that movie.
I love that movie. I watched the movie in theaters, and I wore the shot of that
movie.
VHS.
No,
I have that. Yeah.
I used to watch it like when I was younger. That was back in the days where I had to finish the story, like Cody Rhodes would say. I had to finish the story, so I would watch all three. But I hated that movie.
That's the problem. The problem is especially if you compare it to the first one. The first one.
As a kid, I loved the second one more.
The second one's my favorite, but the first one is a better movie.
A way better movie.
They use their weapons in the first one.
The second was terrible.
They don't use their weapons in the second one. They don't use their weapons in the second one, and I didn't realize it until I was an adult.
They had those accessories.
They didn't use their weapon. They just had empty holsters.
Yeah.
Go ninja, go ninja.
I'll just say it now. There was a spot in the Ninja Turtle movie. There was a spot in the Ninja Turtle movie where that song came on. It was fire. I was like, that was amazing.
That's Vanilla Ice's best song.
That is his best song.
Go Ninja Go is better than Ice Baby.
He did a follow up. He did a sequel to that song, right?
I feel like we talked about
it was on his later new metal style album.
Oh yeah, I did see that. That's
which honestly, that album, if you get high enough, it slaps.
If you get high enough.
If you get high enough and throw that motherfucker on, after you put on the Macho Man Randy Savage album, it slaps.
Wow.
Then you gotta watch. then you gotta listen to the Bad Bad Man by John.
Oh, but Bad Bad Man that is fire on its own.
Bro, he said ninja,
rap, ninja. Yo, it's going down. It's the Green Machine. The town without being seen. Machine. You ever seen a turtle get down? Slamming and jamming to the new beat sound.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Ninja,
rap. Look, as a kid, I thought that shit was so hard. That shit was so hard.
Ninja, rap.
Play that at my funeral.
That shit is so cringy now.
You do look like a Ninja Turtle.
But
What Ninja Turtle would Damone be? He'd be Donatello, right?
Donatello.
Okay. Is Donatello, you get Donatello. So
yeah. You're Michelangelo.
Who?
I thought I was Michelangelo.
Kenny's Michelangelo.
Yeah, I was Michelangelo. That was my favorite. That's the one I always called.
All right, hold on. So let's add Joe to this because he's still on the show. Even though he's got 10 weeks off. So out of us four, Damone's Donatello.
Right.
You're Raphael. You get angry easy.
No. That would no. I'm definitely Leonardo. I am the host of the show, so I'm Leonardo.
Nah, you get angry.
I'm definitely Leonardo. Leonardo loses his temper once in a while. He is not. It's not. Joe loses his temper more than I do.
Hey, if you watch it, leave a comment.
Joe's definitely Raphael. Joe's definitely Raphael. Hold on. Joe's so much like Raphael that he got mad, just like Raphael in the second movie. He got mad and went off on his own. To find his own hope.
He was laid up in the tub somewhere right now.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened. That's his FMLA. He's in the tub right now. So yeah.
Go ninja, go.
I think that works. All right. So we're gonna end the show off with even though we actually had plenty, this is not as quick as an episode as I thought. We're gonna do a top 5. So we've got a top 5.
Snoop Dogg, Snoop Lion, Snoopy.
The top 5 Snoops.
I don't know if that's all 3 I got.
I'll let that song Sloopy in. Is it Hang On Sloopy? Is that what it is?
I have no idea.
Hang on, Snoopy.
No, I'll play it afterwards. All right, so I have had you guys rank your top 5 fighting games. So Damone, I want you to go first.
I'm gonna go, and you said wrestling was okay, so I included a wrestling game. Well, 2 actually.
Well, let me explain how this works. I forgot it. We haven't played this on the show yet. Top 5. This is one of our games. It's called Top 5. They're gonna give me their top 5 of a certain category, which I've already asked them, so we didn't have to put the show on pause. Actually, we have a pause button. We totally could have just paused. So I asked them a question. They give me their top 5. I rate them, and then whoever wins gets a point added to the board. So Damone, give me your top. That we did fighting games. What's your top 5 fighting games?
The top 5 are No Mercy.
Okay.
SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. Injustice 2.
Okay.
Soul Calibur 4.
Okay.
And Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Okay. You got some good ones on there, but some good part of the series, but not the ones I would have chosen.
Okay.
Bad Guy. Again, it's not pick for me. It's just,
Well, you're gonna decide who wins. So
I'm still gonna decide who wins, but it's like whose line is it anyway? The points don't matter until they do.
I got an honorable mention because I got to put it in there. Mortal Kombat 2, the very first Mortal Kombat 2. On that game was fire. Yeah. Like the game was different.
Yep.
So I'm going now. That's my honorable mention. Then it goes Injustice 2. If you ever played that, the game is fire. Superman's tripping.
I've only played a little bit of it, but I have it and I have the DLC.
It's on mine too, so it's on my list too.
It's fire. It's fire. And then the way they did Joker, like the way, it was fire. Super Street Fighter 2. That's another old school one back in the Super NES days.
Yep.
It's fire. Introducing the M. Bison, all that. Yeah. That's my next one. Then I got Mortal Kombat 9. I got another Mortal Kombat game coming after this. Mortal Kombat 9, when they redo the series, the first game they dropped on PS3 and Xbox 360, I was a monster in that game. Then I'm going Mortal Kombat 11. That game's also fire. We get the original Shang Tsung from the movie. Like, he comes back to do his own voiceover, and he got his face in the game and everything. Shit's fire. And then the number 1 fighting game of all time is Tekken 3, in my opinion. I'm a Mortal Kombat fan through and through, but Tekken 3 is hands down the greatest fighting game ever. And then if you like tired of fighting, you can play what was it? Like volleyball or some shit. Like
you did that for Dead or Alive too.
It was like beach ball. It was like beach ball. You kick the ball at each other, and they're losing health when you do that shit. And if it lands on their side, then they just die.
I remember that. I'm gonna go with Kenny on this one. That was actually pretty easy. Damone, you would have gotten it, but you picked the wrong Raw versus SmackDown.
Which one should I pick?
06?
SmackDown versus Raw.
It's 06.
06, yeah.
Fire. You can do a Walls Jericho on the top of the ladder.
I almost did what was it? Here Comes the Pain.
That's a good one too.
I think you did Soul Calibur 4.
Yeah.
I would have
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Is that the one? Is it the one with
Don't ask me questions.
Star Killer?
I have no clue.
His name's the Apprentice, I think, in the game.
I've never played it.
Soul Calibur 4. You know what? Soul Calibur. Yeah. Because that's the one that has Yoda on the Xbox.
That was good. That was good. I had that one. That was good. That was hilarious. I never played.
Star Killer was on that one.
Fighting games aren't my thing, so
I definitely played.
I was at a disadvantage.
I played 3 more, but 4 was definitely better than 3.
That's like Dead or Alive. I played 2 and up for all of them.
DOA. So I have the 1 and 2.
I never played 1
for the original Xbox.
2 I played.
3's my favorite Dead or Alive. hands
That is the
down,
best one.
period, no matter what. I never played 4, which I'm going to get around to playing it. I've played some of 5, but not a lot.
It's mid.
I've also played beach volleyball. So
I've never played that.
Extreme Beach Volleyball, I played the first one. It was fire. I actually played it to play the game. First, I bought it for the titties, and then I bought it to play volleyball. I was also like 14 or 15.
You know what? These animations, fire.
His ain't that bad. I got what's that game? It's kind of similar to that. It's a wrestling game though. Rumble Roses.
Yeah, that was what I wanted to try.
I didn't buy it for the titties though. I was just like, this game was like I need a new wrestling game, but I got it and I said, this game is pretty fire.
And there's titties.
And there's titties.
All right.
It plays just like Here Comes the Pain too. If you never played it, same animations and everything.
It's probably whatever is off the same.
I think it is THQ.
All right. Yeah,
they
they're pretty lazy.
Brock Lesnar's titties with a girl's titties.
You're just watching Brock Lesnar. All right, we're gonna do plugs. Damone.
I be tweeting and TikToking at DumbMoney213 DAMONEYT number 3. Yeah, I'm still fucking calling it Twitter. I'm not calling it fucking X. I still search for Twitter every time too, and I get pissed off every time I have to fucking search for X. And Threads. You can follow me there too at the same thing.
I have Threads. I haven't done anything with it.
I think Threads died though.
I haven't really used Threads either.
I think Threads died already.
People didn't. Some people kind of use it, but yeah,
no one really migrated.
That shit died.
Bad guy. What's your plugs?
How many points do I have? First off, but
I think you have 3.
I'll go. I forgot about that. Yeah, I think you.
Well, I'll do my plugs while you're looking that up. So you can catch me on social medias at Bad Guy Has Spoken. You can catch the Bad Guy Spoken podcast on YouTube's, where we talk about bad things, and then you can see the Unbiased podcast as well. We talk all things football on there. New episode just dropped, so definitely check that out to start the new season. And you can catch the new show, like I said, only about 40 episodes in. Hood Movie Review. And we review all your favorite and not so favorite hood movies. Go check that out. How High is coming next. So,
Kenny, you have 3 points.
Hey,
Joe has 2 points. And Damone, you have 1 point.
Yeah, which I got before I was even a regular on the show.
So, but now
you should count as double.
No, that's not how the points work. All right. You can find me on Twitter, hi-fi_Mike. You can find me that's it. You can find me on Twitter. Right? You can find all the shows on T13 Media Network on our website at t13media.com. Rate and review us on Spotify and Apple Podcast. 5 or fuck off. That's the golden rule. And that is Geek in the Sheets. See ya.
Bye.